How do you explain the success at Pimco, and what do you plan to do with it? I mean, is this a good time then to maybe even put Pimco up on the block since they've been doing so well for so long?
Good morning, Matt. Thank you for the question. I think Pimco is really a very valuable member of the Allianz family, and I think it has paid off that we have acquired Pimco many years ago and also stick to the recent years of more difficult development and now going to the next success. But also we have to say it is a very volatile and difficult market, so we have to enjoy as the successes are coming. I would not make a forecast for the next 5 years how Pimco is developing. It is a hard fight for customers' money, and only top performers get the inflows, and that fight has to be done and won every week.
They're doing quite well, obviously, organically, Dieter, but I wonder if you might get in then possibly on the purchase side of the M&A environment here for fund management. I mean, you did just make a purchase that I'm sure we're going to talk about in a moment in UK auto insurance. What about on the fund management side? Do you think you could add to Pimco's assets with some M&A?
We are certainly looking, because we have also a second successful asset manager, Allianz Global Investors. So we are looking for finding teams and expanding our product offering on the Pimco side as well as on the Allianz Global Investor side. But I don't think that we are going for the big deals because we have scale enough and we have a lot of knowledge in the asset management industry, and we are leveraging our existing scale and knowledge. On the insurance side, very different. There we have still markets where the scale is not enough, like the UK P&C retail business, and our today's announced transaction is really closing a gap on this space.
Just to pick up on that very quickly, Guy Johnson in London this morning. The UK is changing the discount rate that is applied. It's called the Ogden rate. It's a little convoluted, but it is going to reduce the profitability of businesses such as this when it comes to the extreme end of the casualty business. Does that worry you? Did that worry you? Did that factor into your thinking here?
I think the change of the Ogden rate was a one-off beginning of the year. The industry in the UK has adjusted to it very well. I think it is a great time to expand in the UK and in the motor line of business.
Can I just take you back to Pimco? Is Pimco this good because of Dan Iverson?
I think you should ask Dan this question. I think probably Dan would answer he is the leader of a great team, and the team and collaboration effort at Pimco, that is very much what we like also in Allianz. It is not a single person who drives the success. It is always a team who makes the success, and that is exactly our company culture.
You mentioned Allianz Global Investors. We don't hear as much about that. Well, let's say Pimco's performance kind of overshadows that unit, that business unit. How are they doing? Are they on the same kind of level for you as a Pimco as far as their performance?
Sure. There are 20% of Pimco that look small, but relative to the other European asset managers, they are a top performer. We had 4 billion inflows. We have a profit level of some 120, 130 million for the quarter, which is a very good profit level in comparison to the other European asset managers. So I think we have a top asset manager in the US with global reach, and we have a top European asset manager with global reach.
Can I ask you a very quick question to wrap up? The euro is accelerating sharply to the upside at this point. We've seen a very, very big move that has happened relatively quickly. When you look at what is happening in Europe, do you believe that the economic fundamentals are changing as quickly and that sentiment is changing as quickly as maybe the currency suggests?
I think that Macron is stepping forward in his first reform steps, and that the reform is really showing some visible sign-offs, is certainly a strong support for the Eurozone in its economic growth and also the currency. On the other hand, making forecasts on currency exchange rates, that is, I think, less safe or certain than gambling.